Dame, how would you describe Ant's third quarter?
Explosive and fun. It was I don't know, just being able to see it. I was looking around at the crowd like, man, this is crazy. Like, he blowing the roof off this place. Just seeing Ant's development, from the moment he got here to now, it was just special to watch. I think that's the best way to describe it. He's so humble. He work hard. He don't think too high of himself. Like, he's just the right kind of person, to have these types of moments, and to have the type of process that he's had.
You were pretty clearly going to him and like call his number, right? Like getting sets to get him shots. At what point do you say, okay, this dude is just so hot, we gotta get to him every time down?
I mean, in the first half, we started slow, and I kind of took control of things in the first quarter to try to right the ship, and then in the second quarter, the last two games I felt like we didn't do a great job early in the game of finding enough opportunities for Jeremy, so I tried to initiate some actions for him, just to get him rolling, put him in some spots where he can attack. He had some matchups out there, and I was just kind of aware that Ant was getting opportunities early in the game, but he wasn't really, getting a lot of touches and, being able to get anything done really. So in that third quarter, I had that on my mind. Once he made one and then he made two, a couple times I called a play, but most of the time I was just trying to, find where he was or allow him to just keep it going. And, he didn't need much space. It wasn't really a need for us to make any plays for him. He was just raising up over dudes, just making shots. So, I didn't really do anything other than just had the awareness that, all right, he's rolling. Let's let him roll, until he, misses or whatever. So that was it. It was simple.
Game, even before the third quarter, he wasn't shooting like super high volume earlier in the game, but
yeah.
His first few shots went in, and that, for you guys and for him, did that feel good to, after the way he'd been shooting the last couple of games, see those first couple go in and think maybe, this night's going to get off to a little bit better?
I mean, he's, like I said, man, when I say he's the right type of person, it's like you wouldn't know that he had struggled shooting the ball. We come into the facility, we go through our routine, we do our workout, we do our shooting, we go in the weight room, we get on the table, get in the cold tub. It's like just the routine. He's seen it for years now, so he knows that the preparation and how to stick with that process, whether it's going well or it's not going well. And when you stay true to it, it gives you strength mentally, to where you're bothered by missing shots and stuff like that, but you don't stop believing. And I think that's something that he has. And tonight he came out, he made some shots, and we looked to him a little bit in that third quarter. He got it rolling, and we let him roll. So I mean, that's the way it has to be when guys get going and get hot like that, especially somebody like him that can get super hot like we saw tonight. You gotta let that happen.
Dame, this has been a pretty entertaining brand of basketball to watch. What has been fun about it to play?
I just think it gives us the opportunity to do it collectively. It's obviously me and Ant gonna be in pick and rolls, but it's more ball movement, and then Josh Hart is pushing the pace, and then you got Jeremy at the elbows, ice on. We got throwing it into Nurk, and then we running actions while Nurk is going to work. But then we got shooters coming off. We got somebody diving. We got a lot of different actions to where we keep teams honest, and we also have the versatility and the right type of personnel to where Josh might dive to the rim and get an and one, and Jeremy might slip to the rim and get a lob, and I might go back door, and then Ant is coming off a screen for a three. We just got the right type of personnel, and our understanding for what we're trying to do is getting better. So I think the best thing about it is that it feels very sustainable offensively, and we're also not leaning on that to win games. We've won the games just as a unit. Collectively we've just been able to get it done.
Dave, you're someone who probably knows as well as anyone kind of what that's like to get hot.
Yeah.
And you mentioned kind of looking around being like, wow, did it feel
It's
like
crazy.
it was like, oh, this is what it's like when
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it a couple of times with CJ too. Like, CJ has gotten hot. I remember one game. Tonight felt like a game a couple years ago. We played Chicago at home, and CJ he just went crazy. And that's what this felt like. It was just like, it felt like the crowd was about to like fall on the court. You know, you could see people standing up and going crazy. It was loud. And like you said, I know what it feels like to be in it, you know, as the person. You almost get tired because you know the team is trying to stop you, and you also want to keep, you know, hunting the next shot because you're so hot. But today, that's what it felt like. I was just like, man, this dude is hot. Like that, he was hot. It didn't matter if they was underneath him. He got fouled on one. It was just like, man, it's just a matter of when is he gonna get tired, because he ain't gonna miss one as long as he got some energy and some legs. So, yeah.
Do you remember the first time that happened for you and that you felt that? And what do you remember about kind of that first time feeling that in the NBA?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember the first time that happened for me.
The most important question we've got to ask tonight. You've really never been to the Oregon coast?
Never been. That's not a lie. I've never been.
Why?
I just haven't. Everybody in my family has been to the Oregon coast, but me.
You guys got a bunch of days off coming up after Friday.
I'll make it down there. I'll make it down there eventually, but maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Are you not a beach guy in general?
I am, but I'm more of a.
It's cold.
Have you been to the Oregon coast with that comment? I mean, I haven't, but after this now, it's gonna be pressure on me to make it to the Oregon coast. So
Someone's tweeted it out, and people are just aghast.
Hey, learn something new every day.
Dame, offensively, you guys were great tonight, but defensively in the second half, you hold them under 25 and over 25 under both quarters. What has it been like for you over the last couple of games? What's different for you defensively, having Chauncey putting the onus on everybody to be committed, to be connected? What's really different for you this year?
Just taking the challenge and caring about it. You know, I mean, I think we've always cared about it. You know, you never want to just not be a good defensive team, but I think this year, that's like coming into each game, that's what we focused on, you know, how we set the tone defensively. And we've been saying it since, you know, September. We want to be a team that people don't like to play against. And that doesn't mean, you know, out there just fouling and running around wild. That's like, we got to hang our hats on that. We got to, if somebody's calling us up into a matchup, be ready for that matchup, you know, take pride in it, you know, be offended by that, and do it knowing that the low man is going to be there. You're going to have help, and we're going to scramble, you know, if something breaks down. But that's just what we've been talking about, being a disciplined team. If we say we want to really win, this is what it's going to take. And I think the most important thing is that we govern ourselves about that. You know, at first it was just Chauncey, like, this is what we're going to do. You know, we playing pickup, and he's stopping pickup, like, this can't happen, that can't happen. And once we got to Santa Barbara, it got to the point where we was at each other about it. Like, no, you know, this is what it has to be. And that was the difference for me, you know, that I think we just hadn't had in the past. We had something like that the year we went to the Western Conference Finals, where, you know, we was at each other about making sure that we did our jobs. But this year, it feels a little bit different. You know, it feels fun to do it. Like, it's fun to go out there and not let teams have their way.
You pre-switched with Ant right before the end of the quarter, and you got that rip on Jamal. Is that kind of you trying to take that onus to close out that quarter?
No, I mean, at the end of quarters, I do it all the time. You know, I'm going to look for whatever defender I want to guard me at the end of the quarter, have his man set a screen, and that's the matchup I want. And, you know, we've had it happen, you know, for the first couple games for everybody pretty much. You know, they'll call Ant up there. They'll call, you know, Josh up there. And every time somebody get caught up there, we taught to jump switch, jump out there and, like, get ready to guard. So my man ran into a screen, and I was like, switch, you know, like, we gonna see about it on the island. And that's what our mentality as a team has been. You know, we're gonna see about it. You know, if you're gonna break me off, then break me off. But, you know, it ain't gonna just be sweet. And I thought that was a terrible call. For what it's worth, like,